Hello, everyone. This is Cornelius with Jansultants, and I'm here reviewing one of our business automation tools, which is the attendance tracker. This allows you to have employees out in the field. If you're a maid service, a electrical plumbing company, carpet cleaning company, window washing company, blind cleaning company, any company where your employees are out and about in the field, this allows them to have a portal to connect into the home office, if you would, and to be able to get things such as schedules, to be able to clock in, clock out, and things of that nature. So I've already logged in to the website, and you can see it'll be up under the company intranet. Now, of course, you can set this up any way that you want. In this particular instance, the Jansultants member called it company intranet. So up under company intranet, there is an option to track attendance, daily attendance, and my assigned service schedule. So let's do that first, my assigned service schedule. Now, something that's important to note is that the assigned service schedule is something that is directly connected to the schedule a service module. So if you're one of our titanium members, you can actually have both of these business automation tools working at the same time. The overview of that particular automation tool is on another video. So here, the employee, Bernard Frost, can get into their portal here, and they can see what days they are actually scheduled and have service calls scheduled. In the back office, you can actually say how many months you would like to show. Do you want to show 1, 6, 8, all 12 months? In this instance, we just put up 6 months. So that's a preference that you can adjust in the back office. But here, they can see that on the 13th, and we just put in one service call so far. So, and you can see right up here, this is that service call, which is on December 13th, 2016 at 11:30. So click down here, and we can actually see on December 13th, 2016 at 11:30 to 12:30, it is red. It is actually blocked out. So if you can imagine multiple service calls on one day, multiple days, this here would actually show out multiple different service requests that this particular employee, Bernard Frost, would be able to get all the information on, where it's located, how much the customer should be charged, different notes about the customer. They'll be able to get all of that information right here by actually clicking and getting all that information from the service request. Now, once again, that's on the service scheduling business automation tool. So we're not going to get into that. We're going to get into how to manage employees that are in the field. So, and get information about them, get them information, get them the ability to clock in, clock out, and to make sure that they're not anchored to the office. Because if they're anchored to the home office, well, they're not out in the field and they're not making money. So that's why this is such an important tool. So here is all the basic information about the employee, name, phone number, address. You can break them down into groups in the employees so that they can be more easily managed. You can create a quick contact so so customers actually can contact the employees by just clicking a button. But a lot of our members would prefer for the employee to be contacted by them if there's a change in the schedule of a service request. So they don't want the customer to directly contact the employee in this instance. So however that is, all of these preferences are set up in the back end of this particular component. So we're going to close out of this. That's a basic profile of the employee. And then this is a basic schedule. Now, we saw the schedule on the slide, on the frame before, that showed all of the service calls. But now, what days does this particular employee work? Well, this particular work week for this company is Monday through Saturday. It turns out that this employee works all 6 days from 8:30 to 5 o'clock. So in this instance, the employee has the option to go in and to change, create a new schedule or what have you, and he can do that right here. Okay. So that is the employee schedule. Now, as we go over to the right here, we can see the service list. Now, once again, up under the schedule a service or scheduling business automation tool, you can load many different services. So this here will let the employee know what services they have been preloaded with performing. So perhaps you have an employee that runs a carpet cleaning van, let's say. And one of the options you have on carpet cleaning, on that carpet cleaning van, is to do water removal. So let's just say a water main breaks in the bottom of a building. You might have an hourly rate that you charge to drop your hoses over into that water and pump it out using your truck mounted carpet cleaning van. However, just using it as an example here, if this particular employee does not have that up under, maybe there's a certain training they need to go through, what have you. So that service is not up under their service list. But anything dealing with residential or commercial carpet cleaning, this particular employee might have that particular service up under their list, but they do not have water removal or flood cleanup or any of those type of services. So you, once again, in the back end of this component can say what services this particular employee is approved or trained to be able to do. In the field, if an employee actually receives a payment, here is the list of where those payments would show up. Now, if I just received a payment from a customer for doing an entire house carpet cleaning and it's approximately $169, then in the field, in order to log that in, I would say new, because I'm in the field now. I want to update to make sure this payment shows up in the software. So I would say payment name. So I would name it, note out the customer's name, however you want to set up for your employees to classify it. Then I want to say, is it a bank transfer? Is it an offline credit card payment? Or is it a PayPal payment? So those are some of the options there. Up in here, I want to say, do I want to make this payment? Do I want to publish it? Do I want to actually publish it now? Or maybe I want to wait later. And for some reason, once I've left the account and gotten back to the office, maybe I want to publish it then. So I can publish it now or publish it later. I can put whatever the cost of the service was. I can put that here. And I can say set confirmed. Was it a confirmed payment or not? Did it actually go through? Do I actually tangibly have a confirmation that that payment went through or not? So this here is where you can just simply log that a payment was received. So that is that option. So this is a little bit more about the employee being able to get service requests, log service requests, and things of that nature. But now what about attendance? We're going to come over here to track attendance. Okay, so this particular screen allows the employee to get information about their attendance. So they can add expenses. Maybe they have a toll that they had to drive through or something like this. I think I put in Uber drop off. I don't know why I put that in, but anyway, that just demonstrates how an employee can actually put in a particular expense. So they can actually see a work calendar. And in this work calendar, once again, here you can see that they have Sundays, the company is closed, but other days They're open for business. So you can see this particular employee, their available work schedule. Here you have attendance. So here you can see days work, things of that nature. Did that employee work on that day? Did they not work on that day? They can click, find out what hours they have. As long as you let the employee know what when the work week stops and when the work week ends. If they wanted to know how many hours they have worked in this particular work week, right here is where you would actually see that, or the employee would actually see that. Getting back here, weekly attendance, daily attendance, office hours, if they need to know if the office is open or not. Here we have a leave request portal. So they can say, what requests have I actually made in the past to get off work? Here they can actually request leaves. I'm going to go new request right here. This would be where they would actually put in a leave request. And it's a very simple form here where they can request to be off work. Here we have a payslip viewing portal where it lines up all of the pay slips for that particular employee, and the employee can see what they made this week, last week, things of that nature. Sometimes employees need their last 2 check stubs and things of that nature. Well, once again, this streamlines that particular process as well, so that they don't have to come into the office and you have to dig out and make copies and things of that nature. It's all right here. It's all right here in the company intranet, or the attendance tracking business automation tool. So here in the upper right hand corner, they have the ability to check in. So you can see here that these are options. Now, these are options, once again, in the back end that you can outline. So you can say you're at the customer's location and you want to check in. You're at the office and you want to check in, or you're in between and you're traveling and you want to check in. So these are all different locations and areas of service that the employee might be somewhere in between these 3 areas before they actually clock in. So what you can do is, once again, set out for every company, for every industry, it might be different. So you can set those up in the back office. So that is the company attendance tracker. If you need a personal demo, please give us a call and we can demonstrate this for you in person and answer any questions. But this is a very valuable tool in streamlining your day-to-day process of running your business and being successful, which is the key goal here at Jansultants for all of our members. So please give us a call. Go to jansultants.com and sign up for one of our 2 plans today.